7 games in, Jamie Dixon has already started 10 different players, Fran. They missed their first shot, and here's Cunningham with the ball.
Watch the power to the basket. 7-0, early, ranked, and then Isaac likely contracted mono. Late in the year, they got back their mojo, and
the players on the floor at any given time very familiar with themselves from that Metroplex area. Well, 3 straight possessions with a stop for the Oklahoma State Cowboys. They call that a kill, Fran.
That's part of their defensive mantra. If they want to average 6 kills a game, it's something that motivates your team defensively. You talk about it in TV timeouts. And certainly a lot of teams use that. And of course, defense is in the DNA of this program, going back to the late Mr. Henry Iba.
Here's Mike Miles, tried his first shot, but it's deflected out of bounds.
RJ out of Keller, Texas, right in the mid-cities. And we were talking to him yesterday. He played against Cade Cunningham when Cade was a freshman at Arlington Bowie. Likely dropping it off to another impressive freshman, M.A. Moncrief out of Toronto. Sweet.
Behind the back in the dunk.
Varsity coach can practice his team 9 months out of the year. And these kids are really well schooled.
3-pointer from TCU. That's Taryn Todd, the freshman out of Findlay Prep by way of Ontario.
Yeah, same hometown as Andrew Wiggins.
Good basketball in the state of Texas until I got down here and started recruiting, and you could find tons of talent, and he certainly has.
Yeah, and there's a great pass inside right there by Cunningham.
Looks like in the early going, the Cowboys are intent on getting the ball close to the rim, whereas Jamie Dixon's team is trying to fire away from outside the arc.
Well, and they're pushing it too, because their guard play has been, it's much better this year. And they're playing without Francisco Farabello, a young man that has gotten off to a great start as a sophomore from Argentina. But become a really good defensive stopper. You saw it right there. And an AAU teammate of Cade Cunningham and Mike Miles, Texas Titans.
Nice pass, Cunningham.
Now, watch Cade Cunningham right now. Now, a little pick and roll, slip to the rim, 2-on-1. But at 6'8", he's got the ability to see over the trap. And there's a great dime inside. No help from the weak side. But
Todd, a deep 3 off the mark. Mike Boynton telling us in that Wichita State game where he hit the game-winning 3 in that previous timeout. He said, Homer, there's the first bucket of the game for the big man, 21 in purple. That's Kevin Samuel.
And that's not an accident. When you start raining down 3s, it opens up the floor and spreads you out.
5 on the shot clock. Likely try to force it inside. And TCU comes away with it. Here's Nebhard.
Nice.
Gets it up. Rebounds, to your point, Fran.
Yeah. Man, he was so good early last year before he was sick.
Samuel stumbled, didn't get called for the travel, and puts it in with the left hand.
He's a very underrated big man around the country. Averaging over 10 rebounds a game. He's got good mobility. Accurate inside.
Here's Fry.
Threes in transition. And this is the problem Mike Boynton told us yesterday during our Zoom call, is we got to keep them from shooting 3s.
Cunningham.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know these TCU guys, especially the Dallas guys, are locked in on Cade Cunningham. They've done a good job so far. Cade hadn't finished the year where a tough shot by Cade Cunningham is going to be better than a great shot by some of his teammates. And that's where I think he's got to have, and he does have the killer instinct, but I got to see him take more than 13 shots a game.
Playing some great defense on this possession for the Pokes, but it's Kevin Samuel getting the ball down low.
Does a great job of using the rim on the shot blocker right there. See that? Once he gets to the other side of the rim, Kevin Samuel cannot go through that rim without goaltending. So that's a great catch.
Averaging almost 2.5 blocks a game. Got one there. Here's Nebhard going strong to the hole, coming up empty. Cunningham up the left side.
Look at all those purple shoe jerseys.
Samuel misses 2 at close range, and Boone with the rebound.
Good push.
Pass, Cunningham. Dixon was talking to us about him. He said, he told him point blank, he said, if you want to be an elite point guard, you've got to lose some body fat.
7th and 9th in the league. Oklahoma State 7th, TCU 9th, so a lot at stake.
And so far with a chance to extend the lead for the Frogs. And a traveling violation called on
and a dunker spot. They'll get that corrected in the video tomorrow. But and make Cade Cunningham, even with that 7'2" wingspan, score over the big fella. Hadn't able to do it so far.
Cade, look at our first half stats brought to you by Ally, and you see the key stats. Kevin Samuel came to play, 11 points, leading the TCU Horned Frogs. Miles gives it up. That's P.J. Fuller, the sophomore. Here's Nembhard at close range. R.J. Nembhard with a dozen.
Nifty, really nifty. R.J. was going to go up on the right side of the basket. He felt the defensive presence. He snuck behind the basket. Good finish. Another switch opportunity. They're going at Cade early now.
Cunningham with the left.
If you're Jamie Dixon, you just seal off the lane, bring that ball to the big fella, and challenge those three-point shots.
Nembhard misses. Here come the pokes. Cunningham, number 2 in orange, with the ball. Likely lead and a turnover for the Frogs. Tell you, we came in talking about this Oklahoma State defense. I've been impressed with TCU's D.
Well, that last possession, there were 3 purple jerseys around Cade Cunningham. Deep position by the big fella. And Rich, I brought it up earlier. He's got no fouls, which has always been his, kryptonite. Mr. Ice Cream, 31 flavors.
It's got to be the best name-number combination in college basketball.
Good back cut.
And a big dunk that goes off the back of the rim.
Good challenge by Cunningham.
Using those extra-large mitts of his. Here's another turnover. O'Bannon at the other end.
Time Moncrief.
Another 2.
Yeah, he took it right at the shot blocker. Sometimes with a shot blocker, fading away, not the answer. Go right through his chest.
Here's another turnover. Could be an easy 2 at this end. And a dunk from Cade Cunningham. We have ourselves a tie ball game.
This is what we talked about, Rich. You have to start the second half with high energy.
Oklahoma State's last lead came at the 11:23 point of the first half. It was 16-13. And
player.
Chris Bosh, you had to go back to the Metroplex references, didn't you, Fred?
Absolutely. Look at that move.
Here's Cade with a nice move, and he gets mugged in the paint. Cade Cunningham will go to the line for the first time.
That's good coaching. This is the 3rd time tonight that Mike Boynton has come out of a timeout and created an ISO situation for Cade Cunningham. And P.J. Fuller, maybe Wichita State held Cunningham to 10 points over the weekend. And they did a great job of keeping him off the foul line. He did not shoot a free throw. Players from Dallas-Fort Worth. Last time I checked, there were about 130 high schools from the west side of Fort Worth to the east side of Dallas.
Here's Cunningham.
Very beginning. Also want to be with my brother Cannon, who's a member of the coaching staff.
Metroplex mania continues. That was a
McFarland, the Graham twins, Coach Sutton, the late Coach Sutton. Congratulations, Coach, for getting in the Hall of Fame. He would have loved M.A. Moncrief.
Here's Ledee.
The McFarland, the Graham twins, Coach Sutton, the late Coach Sutton. Congratulations, Coach, for getting in the Hall of Fame. He would have loved M.A. Moncrief.
Here's Ledee with a hand in his face, and Jadon Ledee gets his first 2.
A Houston kid. Amongst all these Dallas kids, we got a Houston kid. Young man who
sounds like he needs a passport.
Transfer from Ohio State. Started his career playing for Chris Holtman.
Tied at 50 apiece. Big 12 opener for Cowboys.
They don't double.
Here's Flavors for 3, in and out.
Great pass by Cade Cunningham. That's one of those plays where I think he's got to force officials. It's the only occupation where you have to start out perfect and improve from there. and they missed their share. They're going to double him in the post, and he'll find out different ways to get his game going. But this is not like high school.
And this is enough.
Of course, it's sacrilegious to say he'd be as good, but there's no doubt he's going to be a very good pro.
Here he is with the ball. Gives it up.
That's a dunk in the NBA.
And he'll end up with a double-double tonight.
Yeah. He'll have a couple triple-doubles this season.
Here's Cunningham again.
That has really bothered them in the second half. They got 19 turnovers, Rich, but you see
tonight.
You saw the differential in points off turnovers, 23-6, I think.
Here's Cunningham. Showing the patience, just probing in the lane.
We'll see. That's what I like there. Yeah, when you attack a shot blocker, you got to go through his chest. You got to put your body on his. Kevin Samuel is not as mobile as Cade Cunningham is. Watch. This is what Cade does well. He takes his body to the defender, and he's got to do this more. Right there, see, that
cashes in.
Like that. RJ's got 16 tonight, and that was no offense by TCU, just a good individual play.
Cunningham is feeling it now.
But I like the way he's mixing it up now. That time, instead of taking it at Samuel, he just settled for the foul line jump shot. There's that trapping that's really bothered TCU tonight in everybody else. You just can't win consistently anymore with the type of one-and-done guys that are coming into college basketball. About a young man from Lancaster. Take a look now. Watch Cade Cunningham get downhill. I like these pick and rolls because it just takes to...
Inside out.
Open yeah. Spread the floor and let him drive.
Here's Miles. Inside. Samuel dunks. Oh. No whistle. Here come the Frogs. They take a lead with a bucket.
Good kick out. They passed up shots.
10 seconds to go.
But you cannot let the ball get to the paint.
It's in the hands of Cade Cunningham. 5 seconds to go. Cunningham pulls up and misses the jumper.